this video, I'm going to show you how to set up the Facebook pixel, currently known as the Dataset. So the Facebook pixel is a snippet of code that is usually used to track all the activities that happens on your website so that you'll be able to retarget people that visit your website and also have the Facebook algorithm understand exactly the type of people that visit your website so that they can show more people like that and you'll be able to get better results. If you're trying to scale your business with Facebook ads, you definitely need to have the pixel installed on your website. Now, a short while ago, it was always known as the Facebook pixel, but currently the name has been changed to Dataset. So I might be interchanging the names, but just know that the Facebook pixel is the Dataset and the Dataset is the Facebook pixel. So let's get right into it. Hi, my name is Damola and I'm a digital marketing consultant. And on this channel, I teach digital marketing tips and tricks that you can use to grow your business. So if you like videos like this, don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button so that you'll be able to get notified when I post videos. Now, the first thing I want to show you is how to install the Facebook pixel if you have not installed it before. One thing you're going to notice is that there are different interfaces depending on the path that you go through, but I want to show you guys different ones so that it will help you at least figure out your way out no matter where you are. So the first and easiest place to get to the Dataset / the pixel is through your ad account. So if you have your ad account open, you just click on the hamburger menu to your left, you click on All Tools, and then you click on Events Manager. Now, when you do this, there are different types of things you can see, again, depending on the level you are at. So this is a fresh account, a clean account. It has never had any Facebook pixel set up on it, which is why you have the option to set it up by clicking on Connect Data. Now, on the other hand, this is another account where the pixel has been set up. You would notice that we have two different pixels already set up, right? Now, one thing to notice, you cannot delete a pixel if you've created it, unfortunately. So if you've created multiple in the past, they are usually just there. What I try to do is just rename them because you are supposed to be using only one pixel per business. So this is another type of screen you would see. This probably means that you had tried to create the pixel in the past, but you did not completely set it up. So you can see that we have the overview page. Right after you set this up, you have the overview page, but you can see that no activity has been recorded, no website found, nothing is happening. On the other hand, we also have a pixel that has been set up correctly and is currently active. You can see that we have data, you have different things going on. So depending on where you are, you might see any of these things. So I just want to take you through every single one of them so that you can understand how to set up your pixel no matter the level that you are at. So let's go through the first one. So what you want to do is click on the Connect Data. But before that, I want to show you one more way to set up your pixel in case this option doesn't work. And you do that through your Business Manager account. So you do that by coming to the cog icon here. You click on Business Settings, automatically it's going to take you to the back end. So what you want to do is scroll down to Data Sources. Now I'm going to purposely click on Pixel because I want to show you something. You can see your asset has a new location. We've made some changes to our platform. To find your pixel data assets, go to Data Sources and then select Data Sets. So we actually have data sets written here. So I'm just going to click on Data Sets. And you can see that there is none currently created, which is exactly what we saw in the other place. So you can either create the pixel from here or you create it from that place. Either option works perfectly. But one thing I noticed was that creating it this way, that's from the general event manager page, sometimes it would not work. It would not work. It's not all the times that it works. So, but let's just quickly run through it. So I clicked on Connect Data. I'll select web because that's what I'm interested in. I want to set up my website. Then you name the data set. You can name it anything you want, okay? Because you can change the name anytime. You just cannot delete it. Remember, data set, pixel, same thing. So I'm just going to name it New Test Pixel. It has to be a unique name. Usually I use the business name. For example, you'll notice the one I created for myself is Oyekunle Damola Pixel, just so that I can remember that's what I created it for. So you click on the Create button. So it's just loading a bit. Awesome. Now they'll tell you to add your website URL. If you already have a website, you can enter it here. But of course, you can only use the pixel if you have a website. So in my case, I'm going to skip this because you can still set it up later. So now we have the pixel setup. You will notice how it is a bit similar to this page. We have the name of the pixel, the overview, test events, and all of this. And then we have some options here. You can notice that all those options are no longer showing because, as I said, I had already set this up before, then I think I removed it or something. So what you want to do next is to select Setup Meta Pixel. You should definitely also set up the Conversions API, but that's for developers. There are some third-party applications that can help you set it up, but for the purpose of this video, let's just set up the Meta Pixel use. So you want to click on Setup Meta Pixel, and then you have two options. Is either you install the code manually or you use a partner integration. Now I'm going to stop right here and hop into this second one. You notice that here we're able to click on Setup Meta Pixel, but here there is nothing like that. Now what you want to do, the exact same process to get to this part and install your pixel, is to come here, click on Manage Integrations, Add New Integration, Meta Pixel, and click on Setup. So you have two options: manually add the code to your website, use partner integration, which are these two things that are here. But you'd also notice there's one more option here. There are two more options. First one is to email these instructions to your colleague. This is usually when you want to email it to your developer. And the last one is event setup, so which honestly I don't use because it glitches sometimes. So going through this option or this option, totally the same thing. One last way, if you click on add events, you can click on add new integration here. It is still the exact same process. So I just wanted to quickly show you guys that. So we're going to hop back here and click on install code manually. So now you have the code. This is the code right here. I'm going to click on copy code. And then let's paste the code somewhere because I want to show you guys what it looks like. So this is what the code looks like, the code I was told to copy. So copy the code, place the code into the bottom of the header section just above the head tag of your website. Now, if you're a developer or you have a bit of website knowledge, you'll be able to easily do this. If you don't, I am going to quickly do that using WordPress. Now, if you are not using a WordPress website, you can still set this up. For example, when I wanted to do this same setup for a client using Kajabi, I was able to go into the code of the page and paste the code I wanted. So this code is supposed to be installed on every single page on the website, and you do that by installing it in the head section. On WordPress, here's what it looks like. So this is a WordPress website I just built as a demo. I'll go to the dashboard. Now I want to install the code, but I don't want it to be too complicated. So I'm going to go to plugins and add a new plugin and install a plugin called Insert Header and Footer. So this plugin is actually going to help you to easily insert. We have different ones. We have WP code, we have Insert Header and Footer, lots of options possible. Let's use WP code. I've had a bit of issues sometimes with this header and footer. It will just glitch out and cause problem. So I clicked on install. Now I'm going to activate it. So now we have it. You click on code snippets because that's where I'm going to install the code. Add new. Add your custom code. And then now you can enter your code. All right. Something important. Before you go ahead to enter your code, you need to install an extension called the Facebook Pixel Helper. So you can only install it on a Chrome browser or a Chromium-based browser. So let's quickly do that. I'm going to go to Google and type install Facebook Pixel Manager. Helper, not manager, sorry. Helper Chrome. I missed the spelling there, but it should pop out. So this is it. So you click on it and then you add it. So this is showing remove because I've already installed it, but this is the plugin here. This is what the extension does. It helps you to check if a pixel is installed on your website. So if we check this out, let's go back to my website. You can see that if I click on it, I'm not seeing anything. Also, if you have ads blocker set up, you have to turn it off, because it's not going to show if you don't do that. So you can see that there is nothing showing up, no pixel found, right? So we're going to come back here and add my code, the code I just copied, okay? And then I'll scroll down a bit, site-wide header. I want it to be the header, and then save. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to come back here. I want you to watch this reload. Okay, that did not show. Maybe I'm missing something. Okay, here it is. I'm supposed to mark it as active. I did not mark it as active, so I'm going to update again. Then reload. Awesome. So now you can see that the pixel is installed. Look at the pixel ID 20339944. That's the same code we got from here. Remember, I pasted it here 20339944. Always make sure. Once I'm done with that, I'll click on continue. Turn on automatic advanced matching. I always turn that on. And then event setup, to which we had mentioned. So this tool helps you to easily make some changes and set up your pixel to add some events, but personally I don't like using it because it glitches sometimes. So I'm just going to go to pixel overview. Yeah, so for some reason that did not work, so I'm just going to reload the whole page. Sometimes it always happens like that. I'm actually glad this is happening so you can understand some of the glitches that can show up when you're trying to install. So what I want to do now, since it's still not showing up, is to come to my left and click on overview. Awesome. So now you can see that the pixel is installed. It's automatically installed once you set it up. Forget any glitch that happens. Now this code is very important because you can use it to install the Facebook pixel without this process I just went through. Okay, you can use that code. So I'm going to click on it now to open this page, the same page that we had set up that I showed you on another account. I said nothing has been received, which is why I needed to show you, because if you've set up the pixel before, you can simply still come back, manage integrations, add new integrations, meta pixel, set up, manually add the code, get started, and then you can go through this process all over again. You can press back to get the code. So it's actually extremely simple. Again, don't forget to set up your conversions API. So that's the first step in setting it up, or that's the first method. There are other methods that you can use where you don't have to go through the code. All you need is this ID. So I'm going to copy the ID. I'll mark this as inactive, update. Let's check to make sure it's gone. Yes, it's gone. So now we're going to install a plugin called Pixel Your Site. So this plugin is also used to install the Facebook. There are lots of plugins that can be used. Pixel Your Site, your Smart Pixel Manager. Install now. Activate. Awesome. I'm going to close all of these. But their setup is usually very, very intuitive. So Pixel Your Site, I'll click on it to open it up. Your Meta Pixel, formerly Facebook Pixel, click for settings, enable conversion API. So remember that conversion API that I showed you, this is where you set it up from. Enable advanced matching, and then I'm going to drop that pixel code there, and there's the save button, is right at the bottom, save. Awesome. So I reload the page. Ta-da, it's installed. So you can either use the raw method where you add the code into all the pages of your website using that plugin, or you use the Pixel Your Site plugin. Now, this is just the first step of setting up a website. You know how when people run ads, they take screenshots where you see the person spent $5, the person made $10, as the case may be. The reason why they are able to do that is with the Facebook Pixel. It's also the same way people will set up ads for lead generation, and they're able to say, I spent $20, I got 100 leads, as the case may be. So I want to show you guys how to also set that up. Remember, you can either do this manually if you are not using WordPress with the code method, or use this exact WordPress method. So how do you set up the firing of your pixel for events so you can track those things I mentioned? So this is my default landing page. Time to take my service to the next level and then go through it. Let us assume this page is a lead generation page. It's for generating leads. So if you click on it and you land on the thank you page, it means you have become a lead. So as we've landed on the page, you would notice that if you click on it, we are still seeing just page view. That's the pixel that was installed. But I want people who land on this page to be classified as leads by Facebook. So what I'm going to do is to get a snippet of code, a small code that I'm going to impute on this specific page, so that anybody that lands on this page will be qualified as a lead, so that when I run ads, it's going to show. This is actually pretty interesting. So the easiest way, which I always use, is to make use of John Luma's pixel generator. You can do it yourself, but this is the fastest way. So I'll go to Google and search for John Luma pixel generator. Click on it. So he has a pixel generator just set up. What event do I want to track? We said we wanted to track lead events. So we'll scroll down and click on lead. All of these, you don't particularly need it. You scroll down and look at the code. Very small snippet of code. So I copy the code, come back to my website. So now this is going to get just a tad technical. If you built your website from scratch or whichever method you used, that snippet of code is what you are going to put on only that page that you want people to be tracked on as leads. So I'll show you how to do that using Thrive Architect Builder. This is WordPress based. Thrive Architect is used for building the website. So I'll click on Thrive Architect. What I'm going to do is locate the code of the website so that I can add the script to it. So let's find it. Landing page builders like this allow you to add custom scripts like the one we copied from John Luma's website. So I'll click on landing page, and over here we have the scripts. Now, something very important to note. You have to make sure, especially if you are doing it from scratch, you have to make sure that the code, the initial pixel code, appears before the scripts for calling the events. So I'm going to drop mine here because I know that in the header tag, the script I installed is usually at the bottom. So I usually drop it right here. I'll click on save. And then I'll preview it. You can see that it has changed from 1 to 2. So if you click on it, you see that the lead event is now firing. So that means that if I create an ad, send people to the original page, they click on it and land here, it's going to record to Facebook as a lead. We can also do the same thing for purchases. Let's assume that is actually a purchase. I'll come over here, change this to purchase. Leave the currency as is. The currency is currently USD by default. You can change it to anything else. Like if you want it to be Naira, for example, you can change it to Naira and then enter the value. Let's assume the value is 100,000. Then you scroll down and then copy. Come back to the page. Let's try that again. So I'll change this, save, and then reload the page again. So you can see now it's the purchase that is firing. NGN, that's Naira, can be USD, can be anything else, 100,000. So if I run an ad and somebody clicks on the ad and lands here, automatically Facebook is going to qualify that as a sale for me on Facebook, and would also be able to find more people like that person that purchased it so that I can get more purchases. So this is exactly how the Facebook pixel works. Now, the easy way to do this, because I said that there's the easy way and then there's a hard way. If you are using WordPress, there's a very easy way to do this. Instead of coming to the code, let me remove that. Hit save, then I'll come back here. I'm going to deactivate the code snippet plugin. Instead, we're going to use the Pixel Your Site plugin. I did the first one because I wanted people who do not have WordPress or use a completely different system. They'll have an idea of what to do. But if you are using WordPress, it is easy to just use Pixel Your Website. Have Pixel Your Website, you click on Events. You make sure the Enable Events is on. You scroll down to Event List and add it. So, lead event for consultation. When do I want it to fire? When a person visits the page, and then URL contains. So I'll go back to the URL, and this is what I'll grab. The URL slug, hop back in, add it there, enable on Facebook as what? As lead events. I'm not going to add any parameters because there's no parameter to add. Then I'll click on save. So now when I reload the page, you see that the lead event is now firing as against the process we did before of manually going into the code base. You can also do the same thing for purchase events. Let me just edit the same one. So instead of lead, I would use purchase. Then I'll click on add parameters. What's the value? 100,000. I think that's 1 million. What's the currency? You can use any currency you want. You can use custom currency if your currency is not showing up. So for example, NGN, or use USD. Let's see, there's USD. You don't have to enter the rest of these. Then save events. Let's reload the page. Purchase USD value 800,000, and this is the data that is basically going to be sent to Facebook, and Facebook will then be able to track your sales and easily find more people that look like the people that just made purchases, which makes your ads work way better than normal. So this is the exact step-by-step process of installing the Facebook pixel, whether you are using a WordPress website or you are using a completely different type of website. Now, there's one other option that actually also makes things easy, and that's where when you're trying to set up your pixel, there's something called partners integration, which we saw. If you click on it, you see different partners, Shopify, WordPress, and the likes. You can actually go through them and use that process to also install your pixel. So now that you know how to set up the Facebook pixel, if you want to learn more about setting up profitable ads, just click the link in the description to get access to my coaching program. Now, also, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so that you'll be able to get notified when I post more videos like this.